Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Everyone, say hello to Dave Seaman, the sports editor at the Standard Speaker, back for another Dave Day here on SSPTV News. Spring sports finally here, Dave. I covered a softball game. I hope everybody saw it this week. There's proof. Spring sports are happening. Standard Speaker's been doing their spring sports previews. Go back on standardspeaker.com to check them out. What are some storylines you're excited about? There's a lot of really good members of that Hazleton area track team coming up. There should be some good storylines this spring.
Yeah, you talk about softball. I think softball team bears watching. They do have a lot of veterans and people like Megan Trivalpiece and Hope Kinney. They've been there before, but they have a lot of outstanding young players. Erica Book is a new pitcher this year. It'll be interesting to see how she does this year. Rebecca Rossai is a talented returning player in center field. But those young players, the Marissa Trivalpieces, she's going to be a player to watch. Tiana Treon, Kira Antolik. It's going to be a fun team to watch. I'm anxious to see the Hazleton area baseball team too. Didn't hit much in their first two games. Haven't been outside that much, but that's the same thing for every team. The Cougars pitching has potential to be outstanding this year. They have to hit a little bit more to compete in Washington Valley Conference in District 2, now jumping up to 6A. That's a storyline. You talk about the track teams. The boys track team, Joe Grula, who's an outstanding athlete. He joined track last year and showed a knack for picking up every different event too. And talking to Coach Lou Gunderman, he thinks like down the road he can be one heck of a decathlete at the college level too. And the future is limitless for him as far as what he could do in track and field. Michael Casadas, also from the basketball team, he had a great year in basketball, but he's an outstanding sprinter, as fast as anybody in the district, so he's going to get a chance to win a district medal. And on the girls' side, too, you have a lot of outstanding athletes returning. Kayla Merkel in the javelin is a two-time state medalist as a freshman, and then she went back last year and she finished second, just missed winning the state championship, which would have been the Lady Cougar second since 2012. So there's a lot of outstanding athletes to look forward to. Down at Marion, you have Tina Caparel, who's an outstanding distance runner, too, and they've done a nice job on the track as well. So, Marion baseball is coming off a district championship season. Lost a lot of players, but there's a tradition there now at Marion. They got back to their own field, so a lot of interesting storylines.
Yeah, there'll be a ton to cover. We're excited to do it as the weather gets warmer and warmer. Major League Baseball started. Dave mentioned it. I watched my Red Sox. Your Dodgers, I've seen them picked a few places, Dave. Are they a team that could unseat the Cubs? And I still think the Cubs are the best team, but it's just so hard to repeat in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I thought so about the Dodgers, too. The pitching last year, they had a lot of starting pitchers to go, that were hurt, but a lot of pitchers stepped up, and they won a lot of games last year before eventually falling to the Cubs. The Dodgers have that potential. Of course, I watched them Tuesday evening, and they were losing 3-0 in the ninth inning. I turned it off. I don't even know if they won or getting lost the game.
Game one of the year. Isn't baseball funny like that? You're just disgusted from then, and you're but it pulls you back in. So.
Yeah, you get the second game. But the team I'm interested about is the Mets. I mean, the Mets have potentially the pitching. Again, you got to ride on injuries, too. But the Mets, if that pitching stays together and they just get even a little bit of hitting, too, I think they're going to revert back to their form from 2015. When they went to the World Series. I think the Mets have a little bit of hunger in them. They didn't win a division last year, got eliminated in the playing game last year against the Giants. So I think the Mets are going to make some noise this year. And there are a lot of teams that I'm interested in seeing too, like teams like the Pirates. How are they going to bounce back this year? And the Phillies too. I think the Phillies can make some waves this year. And we could talk about the Yankees too. I mean, the Yankees are going to be far improved. I think their better days are ahead. Maybe it won't be this year for the Yankees. Yankee fans still have to be a little bit patient, but their time's going to come.
Yeah, Dave, as a Red Sox fan, I'm terrified of what's going on with the Yankees right now. I was at Rail Riders Media Day earlier this week, and there just seems to be a vibe around the clubhouse. There's that they know the youth movement is on with the Yankees, and these young kids seem confident like they could get up there, make a difference with the Yankees. They did last year. Yankees played very well with those younger players, and they have that payroll where they could just, if you need to fill in a gap here or there, they could do it. So, yeah, definitely better days ahead for the Yankees. Let's close up, Dave, with Penn State football. Spring practice starting, the spring game coming up, blue-white game. And you said it's not really about the stars. It's more fun watching the younger guys right now, speaking of young players.
Yeah, I mean, now that they have a great season under their belts, too, it's like this spring is not for Saquon Barkley, Jason Cabinda, Deshaun Hamilton, Trace McSorley to an extent, but you still have to get on a new page with the new receivers. Jawan Johnson and Irv Charles have to step up as big-time receivers. Mike Gesicki's going to be there as a tight end, but who steps up behind him? The offensive line also, started to establish itself a little bit last year despite some injuries. Now those injured players are back, and a lot of young talent coming on offensive line. So I think it's a good situation to be in if you're a Penn State football fan. But again, you're always tweaking during the spring, and then you see the finished product come August.
Yeah, a lot of excitement there in Happy Valley. That's coming up. We'll have Dave back again next week. Remember, check out the Standard Speaker as Spring Sports continue, and also go back a little bit and see some of the Spring Sports previews.